Hello there, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Gallagher, and we are going to do some math today. So it's chapter 6, lesson 8. It's problem solving. So I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see the math screen. Ready? All right. Let's listen in.
Problem solving strategy. Guess, check, and revise. A store has 183 pumpkins. A truck dropped off some more. Now the store has about 400 pumpkins. How many pumpkins could have been dropped off? First, we need to understand the problem. What do we know? The store has 183 pumpkins. A truck dropped off more pumpkins, and now the store has about 400 pumpkins. What do we need to find? We need to find how many pumpkins were dropped off. Now we need a plan. We will get...
I'm going to pause right there. So when we understand, that's when we take our pencils and we underline what we know, and then we circle our questions. So make sure you're doing that, just how we do in class. Okay, so we underlined. Now we're going to start doing a plan. Are we going to add, subtract? Do we need to draw pictures? What's our strategy? What are we going to do to solve this problem?
Yes, check, and revise to solve the problem. Now let's solve the problem. Our first guess will be 100 pumpkins. Check the guess by adding 100 to 183. That gives a total of 283 pumpkins. That guess is too low. We can revise our guess. We'll need to guess a higher number. Let's try 200 pumpkins. 183 plus 200 equals 383 pumpkins. That is close to 400. So, 200 pumpkins could have been dropped off. Now, let's check our answer. Is our answer reasonable? How do we know? 383 is close to 400, so the answer is reasonable.
All right, so let me hit escape from this. Then we're going to do two together, and then we're going to do our homework. So let me click on here. All right, so this is should be on your homework, your work, but if not, it's right here. So we're gonna learn the strategy. So a store has 3 bins of potatoes with 183, one has 127, and 117 potatoes in separate bins. What 2 bins have the sum of 300 potatoes? So first, pick up those pencils, underline what you know. We know that the store has 3 bins, and we know that the numbers are 183, 127, and 117. We need to find out, what we're going to circle is what 2 bins have the sum of 300 potatoes. Okay, so we underline, that's our understand. So your paper would look like the beautiful pink lines. Now we need to plan it. Are we going to add, subtract? What are we going to do? So I'm going to just pick 2 because that's kind of our guess. So I'm going to pick 183, and then I'm going to pick 117. Okay, so I pick those 2 numbers, and I'll do 3 plus 7 is 10, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Carry the 1 again. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 300. So we have the answer. So I got it right, but let's check, okay? So we planned. You could have guessed, and the other one would have been too high. So those are our answers. Okay, is it reasonable? Did we reach the 300? Yep, we're A-okay. All right, let's do the practice strategy, okay? The mail carrier delivered 430 letters last month. He delivered 850 letters in last month and this month all together. Okay? How many letters did he deliver this month? All right. So, what do we know? Pencils up, underline. We know that the mail carrier, delivered 430 letters last month. Underline. We know he delivered 850 in last month and this month all together. How many letters did he deliver this month? Oh, is what we need to circle. That's our question. So let's understand it. Underline, underline. I'll give you a minute in case I was going too fast. You can look at the screen. Okay, now let's plan it. All right, you might have different ways to do it. So we know that the total, the big number, was 850. That's how much he did all together. And we know last month he delivered 430. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract. I'm going to take my big number minus my small number. Okay, let's see. This is how they did it. 0 minus 0 is 0. 5 minus 3 is 2. 8 minus 4 is 4. So I got 420. Okay? So they did by guessing. They took 430 plus 450. They added those two up and it was higher than what they needed. It's too high, so they guessed again. So they lowered the number. So then they guessed 430 plus 420, which was the correct answer. So either way, if you want to guess or you want to use, since you know the big number, you can take the other number and subtract. That works too. Different strategies will get you the same answer. All right, is the check to make sure it's reasonable? We add 430 plus 420, it will equal 850. So it is reasonable. Okay. All right, so you're going to do the applied strategies. These are the ones that you usually do on your own. But let's keep going. A store sells raisins in packs of 130, 165, 170. Rosa wants to buy 300 raisins. Which two packets will she buy? Okay, so we need to take two numbers, add them together to get 300. Which one should we try first? Let's go ahead, grab my trusty paper and pencil. Now, so I want the number 0 in the ones column for my answer. So I'm going to pick 130, because that has a 0 in the 1, plus 170, because that also has a 0 in the 1. So 0 plus 0 is the 0. 3 plus 7 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So 300 raisins. So what two packages? She needs to buy one that is 130 and 170. Oh, and I always do this. What did I forget to do, boys and girls? First step is to underline. Underline what you know. Circle what you need to find out. So if you're like me and forgot to do that, pick up those pencils, go back, underline. The store sells raisins in packs of 130, 165, and 170, and that Rosa wants to buy 300 raisins. What would you do with 300 raisins? I think I'd make oatmeal raisin cookies. Could eat them plain. Of course, it's always about food, because the very first problem that talked about pumpkins, I was thinking 400 pumpkins. Think how many pumpkin pies I can make. Oh, I could make so many cookies. Pumpkin cookies. Oh, they're delicious. My class knows I have a big sweet tooth. All right. Oh,